Good morning and welcome to Vision. I'm so glad you're all here today. Those of you joining us online, I'm glad you're here today. I hope the rock and roll marathon didn't cause you to go weird places this morning, but we have a lot to celebrate. So we're going to stand and get started right now.
I love that. How are we? Oh, so cool. Vibrant, radiant, and dynamic. Yes, and it is true of all of us. I love it. Before we go on, let's pray first. I know that there is one life. It is God's. It is radiant, vibrant, and dynamic. It is whole, perfect, and complete, and it is our lives right here and right now. We know that everything that Spirit is has poured itself into form, and we are that. And so are the trees and the whales and the bugs and the grass. Everything in the manifest universe is the outpicturing of the mind of Spirit. It is the body of God. It is the logical and natural outpicturing of a sentient energy that knows of itself as form. So we know as we sit here today, we know the truth of our oneness with Spirit, our oneness with each other, the oneness with all life everywhere. We know it is the truth of us, and so it is. It's June 1st. Yeah, right? Oh my gosh, I love it. And it's National Pride Month. Yay. We love that. Woohoo! And we are celebrating all month, and we even get an extra weekend because we celebrate National Pride Month in June with everybody else, with the whole rest of the country, and we celebrate Pride Weekend, third weekend in July too, because it's San Diego Pride Weekend. So we get a bonus weekend. Isn't that lovely? Oh my gosh, I just love it. So to start off Pride Month, I'm going to invite Nancy Graham up. She's going to give us our spotlight from the diversity team. And don't you love the diversity team? Raise your hands, diversity team. These wonderful people who put this together every year. Well, Nancy, come on up. She's going to spotlight our Gay Pride heroine, Shiro. Who have you got for us?
Okay, I'll tell you all
Okay.
about it. Happy Gay Pride, everybody.
Yay.
Okay. My name is Nancy Graham, and my pronouns are she, her. So, we are celebrating Gay Pride this month by highlighting people who have worked, inspired, and sacrificed for gay rights. Today I would like to highlight two extraordinary women, Dale Martin and Phyllis Lyon. They met in San Francisco in 1950 and they began dating. They moved in together on Valentine's Day in 1953. In 1955, they became lesbian pioneers and activists who co-founded the Daughter of Bilitis, the first lesbian rights organization in the United States.
Woohoo!
They later co-edited DOB's publication, The Ladder, and were instrumental in various other organizations dedicated to fighting for LGBTQ+ rights, including the fight for equality for marriage. Both women believed in God and worked to help form an organization called Council on Religion and Homosexual at the Glide Memorial Methodist Church, and that was in 1964. The purpose was to persuade ministers to accept homosexuals into their churches. The CRH was the first group in the United States to use the word homosexual in the name and of its coalition, which was of clergy and homosexual leaders. In 1966, the National Organization for Women was formed, and they became the first known lesbians to join. Dale and Phyllis used their influence to decriminalize homosexuality in the late 1960s and 1970s. They later worked with Mayor George Moscone and Supervisor Harvey Milk in 1978 to pass the Human Rights Ordinance, which banned employment discrimination based on sexual orientation. In 2008, after 55 years together, Dale Martin, age 87, and Phyllis Lyon, age 84, were finally married in San Francisco after the California Supreme Court legalized same-sex marriage. Dale Martin passed away 2 months later, so they were not able to actually legally marry federally in 2013 when that was legalized. But anyway, Martin and Lyon never stopped organizing, and gradually, thanks to their efforts, LGBTQ+ visibility shifted from secrecy to out and proud activism. Thank you for listening, and happy Pride.
We learn so much here, don't we? I think that's lovely. Our online guests and everyone in the room, you have access to a practitioner. They are all around afterward. After the celebration on our online meeting, we have a meet and greet room. We have breakout rooms where you can meet privately with a practitioner. Around the rooms, practitioners and ministers, raise your hand. Look around the room. These are the people. These are the ones. They've gone to school for years in the art of compassionate listening and the science of healing prayer, and that's what we do. That's what we're called for, because what do we know? We know prayer changes things. Okay, let's say it with a little energy, though. I love that. Prayer changes things. It absolutely does. And it changes things because it changes us. We become those clear vessels through which spirit can flow easily, effortlessly, changing conditions, because we know conditions are forever changing in our lives. The eternal that stands behind everything, that never changes. But the conditions of our lives, you can't even go to sleep and wake up the next morning and something's different, right? I mean, that's just the way life is. So please, please don't leave here today without speaking to a practitioner, getting prayer support. Our online guests, please go to the meet and greet room and go to a breakout room and get prayer, because we know it improves our lives. Always, always, always improves our lives. Do that. Really, don't leave here without it, like they say on the commercial. Don't leave here without prayer. Also, we have guest packets. If you're new to Vision, if you're visiting us, if you'd like to know a little bit more about us, even if you don't want to know a little more, it's still in here. It still tells you all about Vision and who we are as a spiritual community. We are affiliated with Centers for Spiritual Living worldwide. It has been around forever. I always say that, but really, it has been around. I mean, Ernest Holmes started this movement about 1918. So, yeah, over 100 years already. So we're maturing. We're teenagers now, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, it has a lot of information about vision, tells you who we are as a spiritual community. Take one home, read it, give it to someone you know and love and would like to change their lives as well. Because we know that this philosophy is life-changing. It transforms lives. So give it to somebody who could stand a change. Not that you think they should change, but that they think they should change. It's totally different. Anyway, there is a greeting on the front, and we say it together to remind ourselves, and we say it every week, and we say it for our guests here in the room and online, and let's say it now. Whoever you are and wherever you are welcome here, you are safe, and you are loved. Absolutely right. Absolutely truth. And while we're just sitting here, turn to someone that you know or don't know and say, welcome to Vision, glad you're here. I love it. They're so chatty. We love the chat. Let's all go to coffee after this. I'm going to turn it over now to James Vandenberg. He's the choir director, and he's also in our celebration singers this morning, and they are going to sing our centering song and prepare us for our 5-minute meditation.
I'm Catherine Flanagan, and I'm a licensed spiritual counselor here at Vision. Please take these quotations into your heart as we move into the silence and allow the tones of the bowl to bring you into and out of our 5-minute meditation. And you have a little cheat sheet behind me so you know what to do. The first quote is from a Dr. Stephen Marvoli. Dance and sing to your music. Embrace your blessings. Make today worth remembering. And the second is from Ernest Holmes, our founder. Self-expression is not selfishness. Self-expression means that we live with others in happiness, giving to each the privilege of expressing every talent they possess and rejoicing with them in their success. Remaining within the comfort of your meditation space, please know with me that there is but one life. That life is perfect. That life is God's life. This life contains abundance, peace, joy, happiness. It contains creativity and love. And this life is our life now. All of these qualities of God, qualities of Spirit, are within all of us, should we choose to use them. And I know today that these qualities of God, love, joy, peace, happiness, creativity, all the colors of the rainbow, abundance, are all within us, and that each of us this week will tap into them, realize they're there, see them more openly, and live joyfully within them. And I am grateful, grateful, grateful for this. I'm grateful for being at Vision. I'm grateful for the words Reverend Patti is about to say, and for all the musicians and everyone who has coordinated this service. And I'm also grateful to all of you. I say thank you once again, and as God is, I am. And if you join me in saying, and so it is.
I can't think of an example of the type of world we want to live in more so than someone who sits in their room creating something from deep within their heart and soul, and then chooses to drive across the country to play it for strangers in a church that's going to do God knows what in the service. So we're very lucky. Lisa Sanders recommended her, and she just did a concert with John Catcher recently. So just think about this. You write a song and you drive across the country. So she is selling CDs and think tanks of gas and hotel rooms. Okay, so be generous. But we're very lucky to have someone new here today. Natalie Price. She grew up in Texas and now lives in Nashville and is working in Nashville, the center of everything musical. And she's brought her guitarist here with her, Drew Hall. And so please give them a warm Vision welcome.
Some the sky is blue, for others it is gray. Rainbows seem to elude a never ceasing rain. You can care and you can call, you can even fall in, but you can only love someone as much as they let you. You took me to your place and opened up the door. You told me you'd make space 'cause you can only love someone as much as they let you. Love that once burned bright, an ember then became abandoned in the night, a remnant of the flame, a heavy sand and waters cold won't resurrect the fire of old. You can only love someone as much as they let you. You can only love someone as much as they let you.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Welcome. Welcome to Vision. We have a new month. It's June 1st. We have a new theme in living color. Now, isn't that appropriate? Oh my gosh, I just love it. I love that comes from the Science of Mind magazine. Remember, we take our monthly themes from the themes of the Science of Mind magazine. We have them for sale in the bookstore. If you don't have a subscription to the magazine, get a subscription. You know, they'll be producing magazines for 100 years in 2027. It'll be 100 years. October will be their 100th issue. I just love that. So go get yourself a subscription. Don't let it run out or lapse. Anyway, how wonderful and how appropriate that that's what they chose. They chose the theme in living color for Pride Month, right? The rainbow. I just love it. And today's talk is living your colors. Because really that's what we're here to do, isn't it? We're here to live all of ourselves, right? All the aspects of ourselves, all the facets. You know, we have been described as diamonds. Each one of us, a diamond, just cut in all of the different facets of us. I mean, just you know, unlimited facets of a diamond. And each facet just reflects something different. And that's what we are. And so all of the colors, we're here to express all of the colors of ourselves. Living our colors is living the individualized expression of spirit that we are. It is our own version of diversity. And in order to do that, we have to be brave. We have to live our authentic selves, whether or not people appreciate it, whether or not people like it or accept it or whatever, it doesn't matter. We're here to live our authentic selves, just as Spirit put you together. Ernest Holmes said, each individual, a unique variation in the universe, no two people alike. Yet all people are rooted and yet all people are rooted in that which is identical. Right? So source is one. Source is eternal. The diversity springs from unity. We all come from that one source. We all come from spirit. That's it. And everything that spirit is. Like leaves on the trees. You look at leaves on the trees, they're all different. Each leaf different from the other leaf. Even though it's the same type of tree, each leaf is different from another leaf. And yet they're all rooted in the same tree. They're all rooted in the one. And that's so we are. Even if you look at flowers, even if you look at your rose bush, yeah, right? The roses aren't identical. Each has its own look. And yet it's all contained within the one, right? It's all contained at the root. Each expression is unique, but we all spring from the same source. You know, and we are here to celebrate that, to celebrate our uniqueness, the fact that we aren't the same. Could you imagine how boring life would be? Oh my God. You know, if we were all the same, good grief. We are different for a reason. We're, the diversity of colors and sizes and shapes, and it's just amazing. You know, they did a study, oh gosh, it's 10 years ago now probably. They interviewed adults, a group of adults, and they interviewed a group of children. And they only asked them one question. And that one question was, if you could change one thing about your body, what would it be? Well, the adults, man, they had an answer like that, didn't they? Holy moly, they could answer it right off the top of their head, right? I would be taller. Well, I would be taller, but I mean, that was in the, but that was in the interview, right? I would be taller. My forehead is too big, you know. People tease me, call it a 5 head. So I would change that. My ears are too big. They stick out. My skin is too bumpy. I would like smooth, dewy skin. You know what I mean? Though, man, those adults had an answer like that. You know they thought of themselves like that frequently because they didn't even have to pause to answer. Then they asked the children the same question. And the children struggled at first because they sat there and they were like, I love my body. Right? I love my tummy, I love my legs, I love my body. They couldn't think of a thing that they would change about themselves. And it took them a while. But then when they came up with answers, they came up with answers like, I'd have a mermaid's tail. I love that. I'd have cheetah legs so I could outrun all my friends. I'd grow wings so that I could fly over the city. Don't you love that? No flaws. Right? They didn't think of their bodies as containing flaws at all. They changed things. They'd enhance things, right? I just think that's marvelous. No flaws to change, just things to enhance the expression of their lives. Now, Ernest Holmes said this. He said, God has imparted itself into every soul. If this were not true, you would not be here. Your Christ is the unique incarnation of God, of life, in you as an individual. This divine incarnation, this living presence, is at the center of your being now, not by and by. And if you open the door of your consciousness and welcome this divine guest, it enters. Now, I would suggest it's already there. What we're doing is we're just welcoming our own appreciation of it, our own attention to it. But it is always there. It is always within us. So my question to you is, are you comfortable in your skin? Or maybe the question is, when was the last time you were comfortable in your skin? Right? When was the last time you were absolutely just delightfully in love with your body? Because we are spirit, soul, body, right? We're all three. We're three at once. Let's face it. We have been sold a bill of goods. And that bill of goods is some bodies are better than other bodies. Some bodies are more perfect than other bodies, right? That there are ideals. There is the ideal female body. There is the ideal male body. And all of it is nonsense. It is just nonsense. It's subjective. And it changes, doesn't it? The ideal body changes from year to year, from decade to decade. It's ridiculous. It's an effect, it's not a cause. Ernest Holmes said this, man's body is, well, actually female's body, humans' bodies, he wrote in starting from the 20s, so he wrote in the masculine pronoun all the time, and I try to catch it when I can. So, the human's body is nothing but an effect. It is the outpicturing of our mind. And it is just as fluid and plastic as water when you pour it from one pitcher into another. Forget the body altogether. You can work only in mind because mind is causation. Mind is causation. I remember when I was a little younger, teenager, I guess, Twiggy. Anybody remember Twiggy? Twiggy was the divine female ideal, right? She looked like a pencil. I loved her dearly, right? I saw her, I'm laughing, whatever. Just no shapes, no roundness, right? And that was the feminine ideal at the time. Go back to the 1500s. What about Peter Rubens' paintings? They even came up with a name for the ideal figure during his time. It was called Rubenesque, right? I love that. Rubenesque, big, full hips and round thighs and bosom. And I was just born in the wrong century, clearly. Oh my God, I'd have been a hit. I'd have been hot, I mean, think about it. Holy moly. It's a thing. It changes. It changes all the time. And then in the 1880s to the 1920s, the turn of the last century, bustles, corsets, and tying women up, so tight they couldn't even breathe. That's why the fainting couch became so popular. Women couldn't inhale, Oh my God, I need the fainting couch. My father told me stories about his grandfather, who was a big man. He was an oysterman, and he was a big guy. 17-inch collar, that big, And in those days, the collars were detachable because they would wash them separately. His grandfather could remove the collar from his shirt and he could button it around my grandmother's waist. 17-inch collar, could you imagine? Okay? That was the ideal feminine form in those days. Yeah, it changes and it changes and it changes. But again, it's just effect. Our bodies, they are just effect. Mind is cause, body is effect. Universal intelligence is spirit. It is present everywhere, everywhere. Invisible and the cause of all things visible. Ernest Holmes said this in the Science of Mind textbook: the body is always an effect, never a cause. Body expresses intelligence, its apparent intelligence being lent by consciousness, which permeates it. We would not say that there is consciousness in the body. We would say that the body is in consciousness. See the difference? Consciousness is forever around us, infinitely. We're immersed in it. It is within us. We just can't even get away with it. And each body is a vehicle in that. And it responds to that. It is an effect. It is never a cause. And each body is a wonder, aren't they? You were given one. It's leased. It's not owned. Really. You got to give it back at the end. But it's true. But you are leased this vehicle, right? It's like a car. Okay, so you're leased this vehicle for a certain number of years, certain amount of time. Could you imagine, wait a minute for a second, could you just imagine if when you turned 18, you got keys to a brand new car and you were told, here it is, here's your car, you've got it, it's brand new, it's all yours. Oh, but the only thing is, it's the only one you're gonna have for your whole life. How well you would take care of it? Oh my God, how would you baby that thing? How you would absolutely make sure that everything was running properly and in its good order, because it's the one and only car you're ever going to get. That's your body, right? That's your body. So what are you doing with it? How well are you taking care of it? How are you maintaining it? It's the one and only one you're going to have this time around. But that's that old expression about some people treat their bodies as temples, other people treat them like amusement parks. oh well, or a little of both. But each body is a wonder. It's a wonder. It is a marvel of creativity. We are all different shapes and sizes and colors. Colors, oh my God. Speaking of colors, I found this, I love Crayola crayons. Anyway, they came up with, these are the colored pencils, but they came up with this, colors of the world. Remember years ago when you tried to color people? You had like brown, black, peach. I think that was it, right? Blech. Okay, so now we have colors of the world. We have flesh tones, all different varieties, and I love this, and I thought, oh my gosh, I am like medium rose gold, because I looked at it, I'm like, hey, that's what I am. Now we need to, on all of those paperwork, that you have to fill out where it says race, you go down to the bottom and you check off other and you write human, because that's what we are, this is what we do. And then when they ask color, you got color. Let's see, ooh, medium golden rose, There's all these delightful colors you can choose from. Write that in, because that's what we are. We're like a whole rainbow. I love it. We're a whole rainbow. We are all those colors. We're light rose and golden almond and deep sienna, and just, it's lovely and it's wonderful, isn't it? And we should celebrate all of this. Love your body. Love your body. It's a miracle. We're so concerned about, we got a little extra fat here, or we got another wrinkle there, and it's like, who cares? It's your body. Love it, love it, love it. It is a miracle on feet. Think about it. We eat. Do we have to concentrate on digesting? Oh, I got to digest now. Hang on a second. I got to digest. I just had a French fry. No, your body just does it all by itself. We don't have to think about, God forbid, we have to think about making new red blood cells, right? Come on, bone marrow, do your thing. We don't. It just does it all by itself. We don't even have to think about it. Our bodies deserve all the gratitude we can give them, not criticism. Stop complaining about your body. Stop complaining about your size or your shape or your height or your weight. I finally withdrew myself from the 2026 NBA draft because I just, can't do it anymore. It's not ever going to happen, right? It's not ever going to happen. We deserve to unconditionally love our bodies. Every single piece and part, even the stuff that you used to criticize. Stop criticizing. What did it do anyway? Did it change anything? Instead of criticizing, start appreciating your body and see what happens. Start appreciating it. Start praising it. Ernest Holmes, yes! Ernest Holmes used to do this thing. He would say, take your arm and put it over here. Go ahead. And take your other arm and put it over here. And then you say, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful me. That's it, right? Say it again. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful me. One more time. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful me. Makes you feel better, right? Even if you're not feeling great, makes you feel better. That's what it does. Ernest Holmes said, form is real, as form is not self-conscious. It is subjective to the power that created it. That's consciousness. Forms come and forms go, but the power back of them is changeless. Form is temporary, mind is eternal. So that's the only place that change will come. It will come in consciousness. So we have to live what we've been given. Your body is yours. Revel in it, praise it, play in it, be grateful for it. Absolutely, just love it up. Just absolutely love it up. No criticism, only praise. We are forever, again, this is going back to the bill of goods we've been sold. We have been forever on a journey of trying to change it and improve it and make it look better and make it acceptable to whatever version of beauty standard is at the time, right? It's like, oh, come on. Now everybody's round and shapely and has all kinds of bumps, I mean, and that's the way it is. I don't know where the men's standard of beauty is like, sometimes there's mustaches and sometimes there's huge sideburns and sometimes there's no sideburns, and it's all make-believe. It's all the effect. None of it is cause. Do what you want, right? It's your body. It's on loan to you for your whole life. Do what you will with it. Celebrate your body and enjoy it. Enjoy it. Compliment it all the time. Even when you're getting out of the shower. Do you do that? I do that. Love your toes. I love my toes because my toes are the only thing keeping me from falling on my face. You know, it's true. It's like, you know when you lean forward, your toes are the first things that grab. Just enjoy all of it. Praise all of it. Compliment all of it. We should all celebrate our bodies all the time. Live our colors, right? Live all of the facets of the diamond that we are, all of it. And you know, this is Pride Month. Every one of us should be able to celebrate the truth of ourselves without harm. How easy is that? Right? It's just a simple, just appreciation of who we are. Ernest Holmes in seminar lecture said we are uniquely individual to God, and God is uniquely personal to each one of us. You got that? We are uniquely individual to God, and God is uniquely personal to each one of us. Spirit is the truth of us, and it is individually personal to each one of us. It expresses itself through us. We are the action in the world. What you choose to do is a blessing to somebody else. You are the answer to someone else's prayer in the world. Right? You doing what you do, you living your authentic life is blessing someone else. Blessing someone in the world. And each one of us is necessary, or we wouldn't be here. And God's really pretty smart. You know, if we were unnecessary to the world, we wouldn't be here right now. We are here at this place in this time because Spirit has use of us right here, right now. And this is Pride Month, and what a wonderful way to celebrate our uniqueness. Oh my gosh, it is wonderful. Pride Month, we get all month to say, we should have all 12 months. But anyway, you know, it's a good start. Let me tell you, Pride Month was not brought to you by Absolute Vodka or T-Mobile. Pride Month is brought to you, it was birthed by the blood and the tears and the commitment and the struggle of the LGBTQ plus community. They're the ones that made Pride Month happen. They're the ones who had enough. Enough hiding, enough shame, enough not being accepted, enough not being part of this country. We're done with that, right? We're talking about living our colors, all of them, and being accepted. Ernest Holmes said our evolution is the awakening to what was there before we awoke to it. Because our awakening to it could not produce that which was not. We awaken to existing principles that have already been there, which we may uniquely use, and in doing so produce a new thing. But that new thing is made out of that which has always been. It has always been. And but using a method that is always possible. This demonstrates not a new possibility, but a new form, resulting from a new awareness. We are awakening to our oneness. We are awakening to the fact that we all spring from the same thing. We all come from the same root. We are all, check the box, human. Right? This is the truth of us. Everything is made out of something that already existed and has always existed. The gift has already been given. Let's celebrate our lives. Let's celebrate them. Our uniqueness, our individualized expressions. And stop trying to live up to artificial standards. That's not who we are. We're all individualized expressions of spirit. No two alike. No two alike. How could there be a standard? My standard is what I've got. You know, this is my standard. I go to the doctor. She looks at me, you know, with a little chart. How tall are you? You know, how much do you weigh? Have you, you know, fallen lately? Have you gotten enough to eat? I said, have you seen this body? You know, a stupid question. I keep the extra weight on. You know why? Because I'm really kind of clumsy and I trip and fall. And with the extra weight, I bounce. I don't break. It's perfect. It works out perfectly. It works out perfectly. It may not be the 2025 standard of beauty, but it's mine. My standard of beauty. And that's the thing, is we all have our own. Enjoy it, praise it, love it. It is your one and only body this time around. You know, and don't be judging others' bodies, just like you don't want others' bodies judging your bodies. You well, let's just give that up. You know, I loved when Tim Walz was running, when he was running as vice president there, he said, mind your own damn business. I love that. I think that should be the new national motto for the United States. Instead of e pluribus unum, right, out of many one, it should just be mind your own damn business. I wish I put that on all the dollars and the coins and everything, because really that's what we need to do. In fact, if I remember correctly, it was on our coins at one time. I think on, what the heck was his name? Oh shoot, I can't remember. Ben Franklin. It was Ben Franklin when he was involved in the currency. He had them put on "Mind your business" on coins. This was years and years ago. Might have been before the revolution. I'm not sure. It was a great saying to live by. We should bring it back. Let's start a movement and bring it back. Mind your own damn business. Let's put it on the currency. There is nothing to change. There is nothing to fix. Oops, except my mic. There is nothing to fix. There is nothing to change. There's nothing to be ashamed of. You are as God made you. And you are whole and perfect and complete. And let's celebrate that. Each and every one of us. Ernest Holmes said this: you exist that this power may have a unique outlet for its expression. The more life you express, the more of it flows through you. Therefore, every legitimate desire you have is the pushing of this power through you into self-expression. In this way, you are in partnership with the infinite. We are here to live fully, freely, beautifully, authentically, just as we are made. We are here to live our colors, all of them, the almonds and the roses and the deep siennas. Live all of the gifts that you have been given, all of the gifts that have been bestowed upon you. Share them freely, lavishly, liberally, if I can say that word anymore, among all of your friends. Live fully, live authentically, live beautifully, live your one wild and unique life every day. Thank you.
Do we say anything about it? It's a song about love. It's called All We Need. And I really do believe that is what we need, is love. We're going to get a bit rockin'. Falling out of grace. Sometimes you never see what stops you on a dime. Was it greed or prosperity? Or stepping out of line? Ooh, everybody wrestles with their demons. Everybody's fighting to find freedom. Everybody needs an absolution. Everybody wants something and it moves them. All we need is love. all you find. Sometimes you think you know both sides of the debate, and there's a fight, and you get angry and start giving in to hate. Ooh, everybody wrestles with their demons. Everybody is fighting to find greed. Everybody needs an absolution. Everybody wants something and moves them. All we need is love. Everybody wrestles with their demons. We're fighting to find the freedom. Everybody needs an absolution. Everybody wants something and moves them. Ooh, everybody wrestles with their demons. Everybody's fighting to find freedom. Everybody needs an absolution. Everybody wants something that moves them. All we need is love. All we need is love. All we need is love. All we need is love.
You know, you could have just sung that and I wouldn't have had to give the talk. That's really what we're talking about. And self-love is such a huge part of it, right? It stems from that, absolutely, all the time. It is now time for our conscious circulation. Oh, yay, we're all here. It's time for conscious circulation, and this is when we practice the quality of God known as abundance, and we give and we receive, and we give and receive, and this is the giving part, right? And we stay in that cycle, actually, of eternal return, and I love that part about it. Try out giving God 1 month. Just try it. You just keep getting back so much. It's so funny. So we experiment with that right now. Let's go to prayer. I know and accept that there is one life. It is God's. It is whole and perfect and complete, just as it is. And because it is, we are. Everything that God is flowing through us, into us, as us. And then we demonstrate it around, out in the world. And so I know that the abundance of God is limitless. It is infinite in its scope and nature. And I know that that is the truth of us. That there is always plenty, that God is forever supplying, supporting its creations, and we are that. So I give great thanks for the good, for the abundance of joy and love, friendships and connections, and yes, prosperity and flowers, the abundance of all good things in our lives. And we celebrate that, we pass it on, and we receive it again in gratitude and love, and so it is.
Held high. I'm grateful, so thankful. I stand complete in infinite grace, believing, receiving. I celebrate one life in His grace. I'm grateful, so thankful. I stand complete, abundant
Yay, I love that. We have a Miracle Minute, and this comes to us from Susan. Susan is an online follower, so I hope you're there today. Hi, Sue. She has needed knee surgery for a while, and she is also a full-time caregiver for her husband, who is a disabled veteran. And they live far away from family, and she didn't really have support. He didn't really have support except for her. And so she's been trying to arrange this for a while, for surgery, for the VA to help her out, all kinds of things for years. And so she put it in prayer. And a couple of months ago, the local veterans office helped her fill out the forms for a caretaker position where she could actually be paid for taking care of her husband. I love that. And she assumed, I love this, she assumed it would take forever, but we know what happens when you put things in prayer, right? Anyway, everything went through. The interviews were last week. She got a call today that she was approved. She's still reeling, but she is so grateful and so happy that, you know, prayer changes things. It absolutely does. And they did in 2 months what she was working 2 years for. So yay. So grateful. Thank you for sharing, Susan. Keep checking back with us. And that is my Miracle Minute for today. I just love it. And it is now time for The Last Word by Johnny Kirko.
Thank you, Dano. Hello, everybody online. We continue our meet and greet right after celebration. Got a practitioner available for one-on-one prayer. I'd like to say hello to you from those all across the world. For those of us in the room, today's the Vision Men's Circle. We're doing that on the first and third Sunday. They'll be meeting in Marjorie's room, so if you want to get together, they're starting, I think, at noon. And then also the prayer shawl group is getting together, and they're going to be doing some sewing and needlepoint and all that kind of stuff. Right, Catherine? Not needlepoint?
Knitting and crocheting.
Knitting and crocheting. That's what we're going to be doing at noon in the room in the back. So in 2 Saturdays, we have Jacob Glass who's going to be with us. He'll be here at 10 a.m. in the morning. Yes, he says it's going to be the last time he's ever coming to Vision because he lives way up in L.A., but, you know, we know how that works. So if you want to be a part of Jacob and celebrate with him, tickets are available online, or you can go buy some in the bookstore, and we'll welcome Jacob.
Well, let's say this about Jacob Glass, who's amazing, right? Anytime Marianne Williamson couldn't make a speaking engagement, she asked Jacob Glass to go and cover for her. But he used much more colorful language. But really, if this is actually really his last time here, he is kind of phenomenally great. But he doesn't have the bent to become like a titan, you know, like a super famous person. But he's really something. So come and hear him.
Thank you, Mark. So Gourmets for God. Today is the last day that you can sign up to be a host for Gourmets for God. Our core council president wants to talk to you about it.
As John said, today is the last day I'm recruiting new hosts. Right now, we have, in my hot little hand, we have 9 events hosted by over 20 different people. So if you have been thinking that you want to host an event today, but you haven't figured out what you want to do, right now is the time to get up off your affirmation and come and see me, and either get one of these forms online, or I'll have one in my hand after service if you want to fill it out. We have all different kinds of events, ranging from an Italian feast cooked by 2 nonnas down to a barbecue and sing-along around the campfire. Everything in between. So if you want to add something to it, let's go right ahead. Bidding will begin next Sunday, right after service, and I'll explain how that's going to work. We're doing something different this year. In addition to the more traditional online, where you fill out on the sheet of paper, we're also going to, in person rather, we're also going to have online bidding, similar to an eBay auction house, which will run continuously 24/7, and you can do it from your phone. We'll explain how that works, but it means that you folks online, you can register an event by sending me the information today, and I'll post it. You can bid online. You can win online without having to set foot in Vision. So if you live in Ohio and you want to do a Gourmet for God in your area, no problem. Go right ahead. This is all about fun, fellowship, and funding. So put it together, and we'll save a place for you at the table.
Thank you, Rich. So next week, Reverend Patti will be back. Her talk title is The Rainbow Promise. And we have James Higgins who's going to be with us. Yes, good stuff. How about Natalie Price today and Drew, her guitarist? We ran into a little a mix-up. They went to a wrong church. So they were about to hear Natalie this morning. But we got her in the right place, so we finally got here. It was nice to see you. Thank you, Lisa Sanders, for getting him over there to us. So Lisa is here with us, too. So next, after our celebration next week, Reverend Patty's going to be getting together with the Vision Connection group, which is, she's going to start the spiritual home groups. And if you want to be a part of that, want to learn more about it, Reverend Patty will be doing that after our celebration, and she'll get together in Marjorie's room and discuss that in more detail. So this is the beginning of June. If your birthday is this month, please stand up.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, June babies. Happy birthday to you.
All the birthdays were in May, so June is not much, but we got cake still. What do we got here,
There
Luke?
were two important people's birthdays in June, and I'm one of them.
All right, I'm out.
All right, so we have a special rainbow cake.
Yay. I love it. Happy birthday.
And it
What's
has a
inside?
lemon filling in it.
Yeah. Thank you.
So I'll see you in hospitality.
Thank you. We are going to stand up. I'd love the practitioners and ministers to come to the front of the room and be ready for prayer. The rest of us are going to say we're all going to say our affirmations. They're on your bulletin. They're on the front page of your bulletin. They're up there. Yay! They're up there on the big screen. We're going to say them together. Remember the truth about affirmations. They're in the present tense. They're powerful. They're personal. They're purposeful. They're passionate. I love alliteration. They are the truth of us. So let's say them together. I remain true to myself in all that I say and do. My words are powerful. Today is the perfect day to be happy. Oh, I love that. Let's say that one again. I want to hear the feeling behind that. You ready? Today is the perfect day to be happy. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love it. Happy. All righty, let's go to prayer one more time here this morning and know that God is all there is. There's only one thing happening. It is the activity of Spirit through and as each one of us. We are the demonstration of love in the world. We are the demonstration of joy, of power, of peace, of unity, all of the qualities of God that we know and love and identify with. We know that they are qualities of us. We are made in the image and likeness of the Creator. So everything we think of God flows through us. And as we awaken to each and every quality, more and more of them flow through our lives. So I give great thanks for this. I know and accept it as the truth of us. And I simply let it be. And so it is.
with me.